Hello, everyone. Welcome to Play My Music. I'm your host, Mark Reddick. And today we'll be speaking with a young man who is extremely talented, um, musician, artist, and we're privileged and honored to have him on our show today. His name is Jesse Foster. Say hello to everybody, Jesse.
Hey everybody. Hey Mark.
Hey, man, you doing all right over there?
Yeah, doing real good. I'm glad to
Okay.
be here. This
Yes,
is
sir.
this is an honor for me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, so we're going to get right into uh, the nitty gritty, as they say. So, reading your bio, um, man, you've been you have an extensive bio, very talented, and obviously you take your music very serious. Talk to us and tell us how you got started musically.
Yeah, okay. Um I grew up in a musical family, so my parents met um on a traveling singing team.
Hmm.
So every time one of their kids was added that could hold a tune, we were we were added to the family band as it were.
Okay.
And so along with that came you know, mandatory piano lessons, mandatory band in school, that kind of thing. And then somewhere around somewhere around grade 6 piano, grade 6 like Royal Conservatory piano, I decided, man, I want to learn piano and guitar and drums for like rock music, rock
Hmm.
or like something different than classical. I wasn't feeling classical piano. So I started to teach myself guitar, started to play more chord driven piano and drums, and kind of from there started to fiddle around with chord progressions and
Hmm.
started to write songs. And I can't really say like, I don't really know why all of a sudden I went from that, um, from just kind of doing music with my family. We used to travel and sing a whole bunch when I was growing up. Sometimes we were gone almost every weekend. And so kind of like the Von Trapps, you know? And
Okay.
so we used to sing a bunch together, and I just all of a sudden went from that to starting to try to write my own stuff. And and then like I say, guitar, piano that was more driven toward what I was trying to write, what I was listening to, and not classical stuff. And that's really where it began, was my parents are to blame for it.
Okay.
So yeah.
So how many siblings? How many of you are there that
You know
play
what,
music?
there's 8 of us.
Wow. And
Yeah.
everybody plays an instrument and sings?
Yeah, like now a lot of my siblings, they've gone, we've all gone our different directions, married with kids, whatever. um Not all of us have pursued music,
Hmm.
but back in the day, yeah, we were singing 3 4 part harmonies. And all my siblings are musical. Whether or not they're pursuing music, they're all musical. And so when we get
Wonderful.
together for Christmas or something like that, we're singing together.
Man, that must be
So
an incredible sight to see all of y'all come together. And
yeah, it doesn't happen often.
I can imagine. I can imagine. But that's great, man. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah,
Um,
thanks.
a whole family full of musicians. That's wonderful. All right. So you sent the song to me,
Hmm.
where I want where I want to be. Tell us
Yeah,
how that came to be.
that song is it's actually really interesting. I'm fairly well traveled. I've lived in a number of different places in the world. And one time when I was living in the UK, I was I was like any kind of young guy. I was waiting at a train station, and for I was waiting for a train, and as I got onto the train, me and a buddy were sitting across from this girl. that was across the aisle from me. And I started to write a song in my head right away about because I wanted to talk to her, but I didn't have the guts to talk to her.
Mhm.
And I started to kind of write these lyrics in my head and think like, oh man, I don't, that's just what happens when you're a musician. They just come into your head. And then she got off at the next stop,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden I had this lyric in my mind, like, there you go, uh, going, going, gone. And I wrote this whole song based on this experience. And it was guitar driven and really laid back. And I left it there for years. And then I came back to it, more than 10 years later. I'm married to a different girl, not that girl, never saw her again. Married to a different girl, happily married for 11 years. And I'm revisiting this song going, man, this was an awesome tune. It had a great melody, it had a great feel, but this just isn't where I'm at anymore. And so I wrote this song called Where I Want to Be, which was basically, ironically, speaking to the original idea of the song. When I was young, this is what I thought I wanted. But now here I am, and this is what I know I wanted. And so that's where the song came from. And then along with that theme, just it demanded more involvement, more production, a different feel altogether. So yeah. So then Where I Want to Be came out of that.
Do you play any instruments other than piano?
Yes, I play guitar, I play drums, and I play
basically
piano.
did just about every instrument on this song.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's listen to that. Where I Want to Be by Jesse Foster. Let's check this out.
Cool.
I was young. I was looking for something, though I didn't know what. But that something never came along. At least not the way I thought it would. Back then, I hadn't yet seen the light. I thought I knew what I needed, but what I needed was you. When it came to love, I didn't know much at all. I thought I knew what I wanted, but what I wanted was you. It was you. My heart can't be understood. It doesn't always lead me into what is good. But now, here we are today. Not that young boy's plan, but oh, he's better off this way. Back then, I hadn't yet seen the light. I thought I knew what I needed, When it came to love, it was just another thing that I could only dream of. But now, after all these years, I'm right where I wanna be. I'm right here. Oh, back then I hadn't seen the light. I thought I knew what I needed, but what I needed was you in my life. Back then, I didn't know love at all. I thought I knew what I wanted, what I wanted, but what I wanted was you. It was you. It was you. It was you.
Hmm.
Man, you are very talented. First of all, I love your singing. Love your voice.
Thanks.
I hear you harmonizing with yourself and the little breakdown in the middle there going to the bridge with the production. You're very talented. It just seems like
Yeah.
the best artists, in my opinion, are just the artists that no one, or very, I won't say no one, but very few know about. And you're definitely one of those cats. Um, extremely talented. Very impressive. And just production is very well balanced. And obviously, you put a lot of thought into what you're doing, from the lyrics to music to production to everything. So you're just you're to be commended. You're to be commended.
Thank you. Thanks,
Very
Mark.
talented.
Appreciate
Yes, sir.
that.
Yes, sir. Let me got all carried away. I forgot to switch my camera back. Um, so this other song I want to play.
Hmm.
Oh man, I don't even know what to say. Um, I haven't never said this before since I've been doing this podcast, but when I heard your son singing in the beginning, it
Hmm.
just grabbed my heart. Um,
Yeah.
in 2002, my 3-year-old precious baby passed away, and he was
Mm.
probably like the closest thing to me. And for whatever reason, here it is 20 years later, when I hear your son's voice, it just grabbed my heart. And
Mm.
children are so precious.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and he just has a cute voice, and he was right on pitch.
I know he did so well.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So, what's his name?
His name is Johan.
What is
Johan.
Johan? Okay. So
Yeah.
props to Johan.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I was really proud of him. He
Yes.
did it
And the
well.
entire song was very, very well put together. And let's
Thank you.
talk about that before we play it.
Sure. Yeah, that song was another one of those songs that has been percolating in my brain for a number of years. Takes on different verses, different directions. I'm never quite happy with it, so I leave it alone on the back burner for a while, come back to it. But the message of the song was because, musicians are always writing, or they should be, in my opinion, musicians should be writing about what they're passionate about. It's really hard to write a song, if it's got lyrics, it's hard to write a song that you're just kind of pretending to be someone you're not. I've tried it. Doesn't work. And for me, I'm a Christian. And so for me, one of the things I'm most passionate about is like, in that I believe someday there's gonna be a day when everybody acknowledges that Jesus is who he said he is. And so for me, this is I'm really passionate about this. Like when I think about that day and what that could be, there's lots of good gospel songs that have been written about that day. Like lots of good gospel songs written about that. I took a bit of a different spin on it, thinking about the community that I was living in at the time when I wrote this song, and just thinking about all the different people around me. Just lots of broken families, lots of broken situations. And I was just thinking like, man, that sentiment, that hope of that, one day, like that one day that I was just referring to, that one day that Jesus is gonna come back, and according to the Christian belief, everyone's gonna acknowledge who he is and that he's the king. And like I was just thinking, man, well, that would be nuts if that was in this community. Like so many people here need that kind of a hope, was my sentiment. And so I took a different spin on it, kind of, and I just started to see it as like, instead of like a really meditative song, I kind of started to write it a little more like an anthem, actually. And so then when I took that route, I was just like, it just grew on me, and man, I had so much fun with this song. This is awesome. And I'll just mention, like, before I had it down, I don't want to do any kind of a little bit of a spoiler. There's a kids choir in it, and I had the song fully produced, pretty much done, ready to send to my mastering engineer, and I showed it to a brother-in-law of mine who's also got a good ear for music. I showed him my song, and he said, it's sweet. He said, it's great, but you know what? I feel like what it needs is, and I basically finished his sentence, and I said, it needs a kids choir. And he was like, yes, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, I've thought that since the beginning of the writing of this song. It needs like a energetic kids choir, but I don't know how I'm gonna get that. And I don't want to use software. Like, I want a real kids choir with some energy and not perfectly pitched and all that stuff, Mark? So I want the authentic kids choir feel. And so when he said that, I was like, man, I can't call this song done unless I get this kids choir. So then anyway, things fell into place. I knew someone who knew someone, and I ended up contacting the choir, or the music director at a local Christian school in the city that I used to live in, and had some family friends, and pitched this idea to her, and she was so excited about it. And so she got her kids learning it. I came in and I worked with them a couple times, and yeah, it was awesome. I couldn't believe it when it finally happened, and me and my recording engineer went to do on-site recording at the school there with his mobile recording setup. I just couldn't believe it was happening. I thought, now this song can be laid to rest. It can be finished and laid to rest, and I don't have to hear it and forever wish there was a kids choir in it. So yeah.
All right, well, you certainly set this song up. I'm sure the audience is waiting to hear, what is this great song My
Yeah.
Burden by Jesse Foster. What does this song sound like? Well,
Oh,
we're
boy.
about to find out right now.
Oh
We're
boy.
gonna find out right now. We're gonna check this out.
Oh boy.
My Burden by Jesse Foster.
There will be a cry. Hallelujah. Oh, Jesus, you saved me. Heard throughout the land. Hallelujah. King of heaven, you saw my burden and lifted it off me.
Let me tell you about my Lord, the one who set me free. When I was chained up in my cell of death, he broke in and set me free. When I was headed down the dark road with insufficient light, he turned me around just yards before the bridge is outside. If it wasn't for my Lord, I'd be lost without a clue. A prisoner of my mind, chasing all the different illusions of truth. I'd be going through the motions, 'cause it's all that I could do to feel like I'm a good man. But the weight of my sin would be crushing me like a stone. If it wasn't for my Lord that lifted it off, there will be a cry. Hallelujah. Oh, Jesus, you saved me, heard throughout the land. Hallelujah. King of heaven, you saw my burden and lifted it off of me. Look at your religion, the system of belief. Is it full of empty promises of a life you can't achieve? Bringing questions, not answers, turmoil, not peace. Well, he can do for you, my friend, what he did for me. If it wasn't for my Lord, I'd be lost without a clue. A prisoner of my mind, chasing all the different illusions of truth. I'd be going through the motions, 'cause it's all that I can do to feel like I'm a good man. But the weight of my guilt would be crushing me like a stone. If it wasn't for my Lord, He lifted it off, there will be a cry. Hallelujah. Oh, Jesus, you saved me, heard throughout the land. Hallelujah. King of heaven, saw my burden, lifted it off for me. Hallelujah. Oh, Jesus, you saved me, heard throughout the land. Hallelujah. King of heaven, saw my burden, lifted it off for me.
and lifted it off me.
That was
I
nice.
love that hook, man. Oh man, got me in love with
Oh,
that. Got me in love
sweet.
with that. Wow, 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 wow. That's
Right.
sweet. Jesse, you're a talented brother, man. Yeah, I gotta stay in touch with you. I gotta keep my eyes on you, cause I'm
Mm.
sure you're going to go to levels, and I just can't put my finger on it. There's a special touch with your music, and obviously that's God's touch. Um,
Mm.
you've been favored
Thank you.
by the Lord, and
Mm.
that's something to value and to be treasured. And we wish you well, man.
Thanks,
Before you
Mark.
leave us,
Yeah.
tell us where we can find your music, where everybody can find you,
Yeah.
uh, websites,
Sure.
whatever.
Yeah. My music, well, I have a website, jessefostermusic.com. It's JESSE fostermusic.com. On there, you can find any of the streaming platforms, whatever your favorite streaming platform is. Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, all that stuff.
Hmm.
You can find these songs, and then these are from my newest album, just this year, and I have a 2020 album you can also find on there.
Okay.
And and I'm still writing, producing music, even though like I said, I'm well traveled, so I'm living different places right now. My family and I are living in Asia, but I'm still writing music. I'm just I'm in process of a couple singles I'm really, really excited about, probably in the new year,
Okay.
2024. So yeah, I'll be watching for that, I guess.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
All right, folks, you heard it. You heard it from his mouth. If you any guys out there need some producing, some vocals, some guitars, some keyboards, whatever, man, hit this brother up. He's got the goods. Um, it's been a pleasure, Jesse, having you on Play My Music podcast today. And
Thank you.
is there anything you would like to leave with us before any any encouraging thoughts or anything?
Yeah. I'm really thankful to be on the show here, Mark. This is really cool. I
Yeah.
usually I I feel like nothing ever happens as accident, so I thank the Lord for it, for the opportunity. And when I produce music, it is what it is, and like the fact that that song grabbed you because of my son's beautiful angelic voice, and
Hmm.
how that could touch you in a place and like right in your heart, where this is what music is supposed to do. This is what I
That's right.
figured out about music a long time ago, that it breaks through things that just talking doesn't. And so uh that's why I write music. I literally write music for those kind of responses, and whatever the Lord will do, whatever God does through the music is exactly what I want to happen. So I hope this can help it get out. Like I hope other people can find the music, and see what God does through it because of this podcast. So thanks, Mark. Appreciate it
Yes,
a
sir.
lot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you. All right, you heard it, ladies and gentlemen, from Jesse um, Foster. He's a talented musician, and we do plan to have him back on the show real soon.
Cool.
All right, bro. God bless you. Thank you for being with us
Thanks, Mark.
today,
You as well.
and we'll be in touch.
Sure.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Jesse Foster, very talented musician, and we hope that he'll be with us again real soon. So, since I'm on here, I want to play some music from a couple artists that's been here on here already. I want to start with Sam Talbot. Did a song called "Blessed," and try to navigate through my computer now, and I want to play a little bit of that before we sign off. Okay, let's go to that real quick. Blessed by Sam Talbot, another talented musician. Okay, I want to play another song play a song from another artist, Dwayne Rochford. I will do a new thing in you. Let's listen to that.
I will do a new thing in you. I will do a new thing in you. Whatever you ask for, whatever you pray for, it will not be denied, saith the Lord. I will do a new thing in you. I will do a new thing in you. And whatever you ask for, whatever you pray for, it will not be denied, saith the Lord. So will you follow me faithfully till the end? Yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes. I will follow you faithfully till the end. Yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes. I will follow you faithfully till the end. Yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes. Yes, Lord, 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 yes. I will follow you faithfully till the end. Yes, Lord, oh yes, Lord, yes.
That's our show for today. We're thankful to have again on Play My Music, Jesse Foster. Very talented musician. Look his music up. And we played today from Samuel Talbot and Dwayne Rochford. That's our show for today. Please tune in as often as you can. If there are any of you artists who would like your music played on this podcast and to be interviewed, please send us an email to playmymusic711 at gmail.com. That's playmymusic711 at gmail.com. Okay, we're about out of here. So until next time we air, be safe, be well, keep God in your heart everywhere you go. Peace.